Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is a quick update from the Kherson Offensive in the southern front. So the Kherson Offensive is still ongoing, and it's not as what some of the pro-Russian crowd like to say that it's over. No, it's still ongoing, and so let's start off with the Mykolaiv front. At the Mykolaiv front, we have confirmation from the Deep State UA, which is a pro-Ukrainian source, that they confirmed that Blahodatne over here is still under Russian control. This actually corroborates with information from Ryba, that which is on the 13th of September, saying that it is the settlement here is actually still under Russian control. So we have the pro-Russian side and the pro-Ukrainian side are confirming this piece of information. And that's all from the Mykolaiv front. The Ukrainians did not launch any ground offensive in this front over here. However, the Ukrainians did launch a lot of missile strike on Nova Kakhovka. So nothing no significant to report about this missile strike. Over at the Davydiv Brid front, so at this skull, you see this look like a skull. This is the neck, the jaw and the head. So anyway, this at this Davydiv Brid front, previously we have reported that the river here has bloated because of the dam strike further up north at Kryvyi Rih city. Because of this destruction of the dam, the river here have swept away most of the crossing. Perhaps even the pontoon crossing is now in question whether it's still operating, and this is evident due to the fact that helicopter is being used for evacuation of the wounded. This is according to pro-Russian source Intel Slava, and they reported that Ukrainian transport helicopter landed in the bridgehead of Andrivka sector, which is around here, to evacuate the wounded and the killed from the vicinity. So they are all sent to Berezne Hufate over here. So the fact that they use helicopter suggests that there might be some real problem about the crossing at the Inhulet River, because helicopters is rather expensive in the sense of as a logistic, and of course it's also run the risk of getting shot down. So the use of helicopter suggests that the river has indeed caused some of the crossings to be unavailable at this moment. Definitely the pontoon crossings can be rebuilt, and the crossings will be re-established in further time, but I'm not sure if the current will be much stronger now, causing pontoon crossing to be a lot more dangerous. Not so sure about that. Over at Belahirka, there is a reinforcement reported over here. So this information actually corroborates that Belahirka is actually still under Ukrainian control, and we have received information from the pro-Russian source Ryba that assault troops from the Ukrainian forces is trying to break the defense of Davydiv Brid by raiding in small groups from the rear. So this Davydiv Brid settlement, this is currently controlled by the Russian forces, and so the information means that there is small groups of forces from the Ukrainian side actually being launched to the rear of Davydiv Brid. So because the front is here facing the river, so which means that Belahirka is definitely under Ukrainian control, and they are trying to cut off Davydiv Brid from the main force of the Russian forces along this route. And while that was happening, the Ukrainians are also reported sending recon troops to probe the defenses of the Russian forces at Brusinske. Although based on this information, it does suggest that Kostromka is under Russian control, but I doubt this is actually correct, because anyway they say it's in the direction. It can actually mean all sort of things. So there is also another force actually travel all the way to Chakhalove, and they travel all the way here unimpeded. So which do suggest that Chakhalove is still under Ukrainian control. So that's all from the Davydiv Brid front. It looks like the river flooding, bloating does not actually discourage the Ukrainian forces, and in fact, instead of sitting there as a sitting duck and get encircled, they continue to go on the offensive against the Russian forces. Over here at the Kryvyi Rih front, so the Kryvyi Rih city is over here. This is where the dam was struck the day before, or the previous day to the day before. The Ukrainians launched another offensive, this time round from Potenkaine. They actually launched a twin offensive towards Kostrivka as well as Novopetrivka. In particular, the one at Novopetrivka looks like an attempt to encircle the forces, the Russian forces that is besieging Vysokopilia as well as Ohaine. And while this is happening, the Ukrainians also launched an offensive, an attack at Ohaine, which means that should they have been successful, and they could have met up with the forces around here and encircle the Russian forces that is currently on the southern side of Vysokopilia. So there is also another report of fighting over at Novovoznesensky. So is accordingly 2 infantry companies with support of the tank company attacked the position here at Novovoznesensky. Tentatively, based on all the information, the attack have not been successful in capturing the settlements, but this also continues to show that the Kherson Offensive, the Ukrainian offensive in the southern front, continues to run strong. So there is a missile strike on the dam on the Inhulets River further up north over here at Ikrivka, and this dam is actually in the Krypinivsky region, or previously known as the Kirovograd region, and this destruction is likely to cause more flooding along the Inhulets River further up north, and this is likely to cause resupply and communications problems for the troops, and this would actually make the flooding probably worse further downstream, where this dam is also compromised in the day before. So flooding currently is pretty bad in Kryvyi Rih region due to the destruction of the dam, and it remains to be seen how much more this will actually affect the operations around here. But should the Ukrainians be pushed back out to the western side of the Inhulets River, this will present a formidable natural barrier for the Ukrainians to re-invade into the Russian side of the Inhulets River. But tentatively, the Ukrainians seems really determined as they send reinforcement over to below Hirka. They continue to show they have the initiative due to the numerical advantage in terms of the troop numbers. They continue to try to push forward, and I'm sure that the Ukrainians are actually doing whatever they could to reinforce over to these forces around here. The ultimate aim of these forces here is actually to reach Berislav, but first they need to cut off these forces or even destroy them at Davydiv Brid and Brukinsky, because the Russian forces do have some forces around here that is causing a situation to be rather uncomfortable for the Ukrainian forces, because if they just move forward, the Russian forces can actually cut their rear and cause them to be encircled, which is why the focus is now to take Davydiv Brid and Brukinsky, and this will actually set them well as a super good foundation for their bridgehead, so that they can actually go towards Berislav and cut the entire northern side of this southern front into a massive encirclement. So anyway, this is the quick update from the southern front, and I'll see you in the next update.